Okay, well, here with Hannah Green, 2019 champion of the AmazingCre Portland Classic. How does it feel to return here to Columbia Edgewater after a couple years? I know you've been back since, but just being back here in general, how is that for you?
Yeah, it's really nice. Obviously, we played here in COVID, but unfortunately, we had bad fires that year and we didn't have spectators, so it was just a little bit different to come back to Colombia, but it's really nice. I love it here. I don't know, I really enjoy the city, the food, and the golf course. So.
Yeah, Columbia Edgewater is a great course. Have you been out there yet this week?
Yes. So,
how'd you find it?
Yeah, really nice. I know Jim, the superintendent, pretty well. When I won in 2019, we did some photos and kind of stayed in touch ever since. So I'm really happy to be back. But the course looks great. I played the front nine this morning, and then tomorrow I'll play the back nine in the Pro-Am. So course is looking good, and hopefully it gets nice and firm and fast for the weekend.
You know Jim just from winning, so that's okay. That's cool.
He has a photo of us from when I won in 2019 in the turf department, so it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. Are you like a golf course nerd? Do you know the superintendents well, or do you know anything about that work?
No, not so much. I think it was actually in Australia turf management, like golf day, so I feel like I should probably appreciate superintendents a little bit more, but no, just because we finished quite late in 2019, Jim was still hanging around and we took a photo together, and yeah, he's just stayed in touch. It usually doesn't happen, so it's actually quite nice to have that relationship.
That's really cool. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
So you're the last 72-hole winner of this event. So Giorgio is the last winner. We had talked to her earlier. Was the last winner at here. But tell me, does that give you an advantage of all? Having played 72 holes having won 72 holes when that hasn't been played in a while.
Yeah, I mean, even when I returned in 2020, I think I played in the final group, so I had some good. Almost a good result. I was in contention defending this trophy, so hopefully, even though it has been a couple of years since I've been back, that I can, try and get my hands on the trophy again. I think it makes a difference with just how your attitude is, because I'm also going back to Australia next week, so I'm just in a very good mindset.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is it about this course and this area or this tournament that makes you so successful here?
I just really enjoy the golf course. I feel like even though it's short, it's quite rewarding for those who hit the ball well. And I feel like this year I've been pretty consistent with my play. So I'm just hoping that the putter warms up a little bit. And then, going back home to Australia, that always gives me a good... gets me in a good mindset as well. But I guess a lot of the girls have been posting about Proud Mary Cafe, an Australian style cafe. So I've been eating there already. So just a little bit of taste of home.
Awesome. Why are you going back to Australia?
Just for a break. Yeah. I've been on the road since Evian, so just to go back home before the final few events of the year, just to reset and see my coaches and see my family.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to open it up to the room here. Ken, just want you to go ahead.
Yeah, it's very hard on the LPGA Tour. What part of one's game do you think has to click the most in order to win out?
I feel like all of us are really good ball strikers. I just feel like whoever usually comes out on top is the one that holds the most putts during the week. I actually played with Ali last week, the first 2 rounds, and I was saying to my caddy, I feel like her first 9 holes, she didn't putt that great, and then all of a sudden she saw a few go in, and then the hole must have looked a lot bigger. So I feel like, we're all pretty consistent off the tee. I feel like most of us are pretty accurate, and hitting greens is usually okay, but I feel like once you see a couple of putts go in, that's where you get the confidence, and that's what hopefully gets you in contention. And when I won here, that's really what got me over the line, was my putting. So I'm hoping I can remember those putts that I made coming down the stretch and try and do the same thing again.
Any questions? All right. I want to ask a couple more then. Coming off of a pretty good stretch of golf for you, I want to know what the key has been to your consistency. And you said you wanted to warm up the putter. What has maybe been lacking in the putting?
Yeah, I feel like I've been hitting the ball a lot better this year. I feel like the last couple of years I've had a great start to the season, and then kind of the back half of the season has kind of dropped off. So that was one of the things with my coach that we wanted to make sure we were keeping on top of, and just making sure that I'm still striving to win events. So yeah, I feel like I've been working hard with him, and obviously as well as my caddy, trying to work on that when we're on the golf course. But the last couple of weeks the putter hasn't been as nice as I would like it. But I've been struggling a little bit to read the greens, not necessarily like putting, I think. But I think that comes with confidence. So it was already nice just to play 9 holes this morning and hole a couple putts, just because I remember which way they break. So yeah, hopefully just give myself the opportunity to make those putts as well.
And last one for me, sort of related to Ken's question, but one part I think of that's so hard of the tour is all the traveling. And you said you've been on the road for a month. How does that sort of mentally wear on you, and how do you sort of keep yourself confident, happy while you're traveling so much and working hard?
I've actually been on the road for I guess 8 or 9 weeks, and it's actually gone by a lot quicker than I usually feel like it has. In 2019 I gave myself a rule to do 8 weeks maximum, but obviously sometimes that doesn't always happen living in Australia. But I guess surrounding myself around the right people, that helps with the homesickness, and actually having some people come from home to come and see me overseas, that's been helpful. But I think for me to be able to go home as well, that probably helps a little bit more versus people coming to see me. But it's definitely not for everyone, and I know a lot of people have unfortunately not made it out here because of it. So hopefully that doesn't ever happen to me, and I keep the people that are around me now around me for a while.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Get to celebrate when you get home.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Olivia.